making $68.18. Let me show you now.
Holy man. 4 or 5 years ago, he was living upstairs in the loft. We figured you were up there just playing video games. We had no idea you was cooking something special.
It was just a dream, like every single other person in this room.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Genius Studios. We got the keys and construction's beginning, baby.
If you want to get more customers, if you want to learn how to create the right content and how to get that content to people, Billy Jean, thank you.
Hey, thank you very much for having me.
My goal is to use information to empower more Black, brown, and women to be in this room next year.
What's up, y'all? Hello. Can y'all hear me? Let me know in the chat. What's up?
Yes,
What is
sir.
going on? What's up, Paulson? How you doing, man?
Pretty good, bro. Pretty good. We are so excited to get this masterclass going. How many of you are in here? You're like, man, I am so excited to learn from Billy, learn from the high level family. We got a lot to cover, don't we, B?
We do. This is my favorite subject, and I feel like I don't get to talk about it a lot because I think it's the most overlooked opportunity, specifically for small business owners. And so if you're usually in two boxes, if you're hearing a call like this, one is you are a small business owner, the lawyer, the chiropractor, the service-based business trying to figure out how to drive more sales, or the other side, you're a marketer and you're trying to get more of those clients. And one of the most popular questions that I've gotten over the last 13 years of doing this is, hey, how do I scale? Everybody wants to know, how do I scale? Okay, I'm starting to get momentum, but how do I go to the next level? And that's what today's presentation is all about. And so, or even if you're just starting and you're looking to go faster, this has been a game changer for me, for my life, and it's created a lot of dope opportunities. So I'm excited to be here. I appreciate you.
I love it, man. So usually when we do these workshops or master classes or podcasts or whatever, usually when we moderate, we go back and forth. I'm gonna make life easier for you and just get the heck out of the way. How about
Hey,
that?
Paulson, just
So,
go get a
so
drink.
you do your thing.
Go get a
You do
drink.
your
I'll call
thing.
you in an hour. Yeah, go get a drink.
You do your
Chill
thing.
out. Yeah.
You do your thing. So if y'all are excited for Billy, give us a one in the chat or tell us what city and state you're from. It's a great way to network with fellow
Up, yo. I
digital
can see the chat.
citizens.
What's up, Matt? What's
Right?
up, Carrie? What's up, Linda? What's Fahim? Mariette, Nick,
Love it.
Alfredo, London. Shout out to London. Thomas. Hello. Okay, cool. I like the chat. Can you put that on my right side, Paul? Over here in the chat. Okay. Let's jump right in because we have a lot to cover and not a ton of time. Number one, since Paulson didn't introduce me, just assume you knew who I was. I'll give you a little background on me. My name is Billy. My core background is ad agency, but I started 11 years ago. And so I've had the pleasure of learning from, or working with, a lot of big franchises, your Orange Theory Fitnesses, Massage Envy, Kia Motors, Dave & Buster's, clients. I think my most recent corporate client is Procter & Gamble, that little company. And, over the last decade, I've had a chance to work with most influencers that you follow behind the scene. They've either been to the studio, done consulting work. And so a lot of things that you've seen online, I've been fortunate enough to be a part of, or at least see from a front seat row or a back seat row. And I share that not to brag, but to say, when I'm teaching you something, it's not from a place of I believe. It's not from a place of I hope. It's a place of I've seen. I've done, I've accomplished, and done it many, many times again and again and again. And so I try and bring tactical stuff that just where I'm not going to curse today. That's also too, just heads up. I curse a lot, so I'm gonna be on my best behavior. And also, if you're wondering what is this guy wearing, I just got done playing pickleball. Anybody play pickleball? Pickleball and tennis. I'm like a big racket sports guy. So if you're in Southern California, and you want the smoke, especially if you want it in tennis, I got you. So anyways, today, this presentation is just based on stuff that, has been tested. We have now over 190,000 students in 75 different countries. And so not only from our perspective and our agency and my businesses, but also from our community, from our students, we've gotten to see a lot of things firsthand, and that's what I look forward to sharing with you guys today. So if you're ready, just type the number 1 in the chat real quick. I see somebody's in Irvine. You can get it in tennis. 111. I love it. All right, let's go full screen on the Prezi here. Okay. 7 ads to get more customers in your sleep. Let's talk about it. So I call this really presentation, the premise of this is this hidden in plain sight secret to business. And so when you look at these massive companies like Walmart and you look at their sales, you say, oh my goodness, $611 billion. And you're like, what? Like, who makes this amount of money? But the part that people seem to forget is even though they're making all of this money, they're not mentioning the fact that they also spent $4 billion in advertising. We talk about Apple and they're doing so well, $394 billion in sales. They're not talking about the $2.4 billion in ad spend. They're not talking about Ford's $3 billion, Verizon's $3 billion, Procter & Gamble's $7.3 billion. So I call it the hidden in plain sight secret. So I'll ask you guys, just for a point of reference here, how many of you guys are spending at least $1,000 in advertising a month? Just give me a quick yes or no. Yes or no. Either way is fine. A quick yes or no. At least $1,000 a month in advertising. And what happens is I'll go travel around the pleasure to speak on a lot of stages, and I ask this question a lot. And you can come to Crane here for a second. Almost every stage I go to, no matter what part of the state, no matter what country I'm in, it is almost always less than, let's call it 3% of the room. But yet everybody is there at these business conferences that I go to increase sales. So I call it the hidden plain sight secret because you go, how do these companies get so big? And it's like, what do you mean? These are publicly traded companies. They share their numbers. They tell you what they're doing. So why don't we pay attention? Why don't we focus on it? And the thing about advertising, let's go back to the Prezi there, is I love it because it helps business owners focus on the right ings instead of the wrong ings, meaning the cold calling. Like, look, cold calling may be a necessary part of business for some time. I think it's good for you to get your feet on the ground, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't want to cold call people. I don't want to cold call people. I don't want to cold call people. That's not fun to me. I don't want to do networking. I don't even like people. I like to be at my house by my damn self. I don't want to know, hi, how are you? Hi, what do you do? I don't care what you do. I don't want to know. I don't want to meet for coffee. You know the worst one? Come to Crane for a second. No, you can't buy me lunch. I can afford my own damn lunch. I don't want a free lunch. That sounds like I'm indebted to you. So like you have all of so somebody got to fill me here. Like I'm like, I don't want to do none of that shit. Cold calling, networking, emailing back and forth all day. I mean, email is just inconvenient. You send one email, what's your schedule like? Then they send your schedule over, tell you to pick a time, you go back and forth. Like, what am I on fucking Tinder? Like, what am I swiping? And so I said I wouldn't curse. That was my one. And so, you got that. You got this meeting stuff. You got all this researching. People are like, oh, what are you doing for your business today? I'm researching. I'm like, yo, we're like living the AI age. It shouldn't take you longer than 12 seconds to learn anything that you want. Like, what are you talking about? What are you researching? Like, ask ChatGPT. You're done researching. And so, I look and I laugh because I just see it's almost like every traditional thing we were taught about business is archaic or it's just so undesirable. And come to Crane here for a second. What happens is if you've created a habit of building your business in this manner, you start to hate business. You start to hate your business, but not because you don't like what you do, not because you don't like your product or service or the people that you serve, but you got so burnt out on doing this because it sucks. That's why the thing you should focus on is advertising. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And hopefully I can show you a couple ways to do it in a very low risk way, on a very small budget. No need to spend a ton. And I'm hoping that it can change your life forever. So to give perspective of why I'm passionate about this, and so this is an example of an ad that we're running. We have a couple variations of this. And it's nothing crazy. It says, know what I hate? When successful people that never work and make tons give generic advice on how to be successful. Find your passion, live, love, laugh, manifest an ice bath. Shut up and give us the tactics, which is exactly what this video does in 5 minutes and 13 seconds. Watch it, do it, reap the benefits. If you want me to email you the full 10-day plan, click here and buy it. coolshopever.com/go. P.S. If it's not amazing like the 1,000+ Google reviews that we have, I'll just refund you. Cheers to the tactics over the fluff, Billie Jean. That's my ad copy. I talk the same way in my ads that I'm talking to you right now. You know why? Because I don't pretend to be anybody. I am me. Take it or leave it. I'm not for everyone. But that's the thing with advertising. When you're yourself, you attract awesome people, at least that you like. So here's the ad. I'll show you the beginning. I'm not going to play the whole video, but it's a video sales letter. What's a video sales letter? It's basically I don't know, let's call it a modern day infomercial, if you will. Check it out.
Hey. What do you do for a living?
I hate when you guys ask this question because when they answer, they always tell you what they do, but they never tell you how they do it. We're at my office. Do you want me to just show you right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, come with me. Hey, come on. I guarantee you what I'm about to show you, when implemented correctly, can make the 4-hour work week. Remember that book by Tim Ferriss? Can make the 4-hour work week a reality. And whether you do this one time, part-time, or full. So I showed you the hook because that's the most important part of the ad, is like gets people to pay attention, etc. And so like a couple of things, and this is a side note as we talk about advertising today. And so the beginning of the ad is one of the most popular TikTok trends that exists on the platform. And that is when, people go up to like, fancy cars and they go, what do you do for a living? And so I chose that hook not because I care to show people my car. Like I said, I've been in this position for a while, thank God. But like, I don't need to show people my damn car. However, note this, you have to meet the customer where they're at. When people want to be successful, what do you think about, right? You had the poster of Cindy Crawford on your wall and you had the Lamborghini. Like that was it. You got to meet the customer where they're at. So, okay, cool. We pull out the car, we follow the trend exactly, but then it just goes into me sitting at my desk, which is on the other side of this office. And I just start talking to people about, AI advertising, kind of like this, and, the opportunities at Bay. And so the video is not that crazy. We'll send it to you if you guys want to study it too. But what I like is type this word in the chat for me real quick. Type this word in the chat. Humor me for a second. Type leverage. Type leverage. Leverage. So leverage, how I'll define it for the sake of this training, is doing something one time, still getting paid off it again and again and again. That's what I like. I am not here just for money. I love time. My daughter's on the other side of this office right now. I picked her up from volleyball practice today. I take her to school, etc. That's what I care about. I don't want to build a gazillion-dollar business and like forget all that stuff. Remember, I'm not going to curse. Forget all that stuff. So like for me, I want my time. So when I think of those other ings that I mentioned, cold calling, how many people can you cold call in a day? I don't know, 100, 200? How many people can you knock on their door a day? I don't know, 50? How many appointments can you really have? 8 to 10? But then advertising comes in. I can make this video one time. And then every single day, 24/7, around the clock, all around the world, it can ask people to buy my stuff. hold on now. Why would I not be going all in on that? What, y'all tell me, what's more significant than mastering that craft? I can do it one time. I have ads that I've been running, no exaggeration, for 8 years that still pay me. I think about paid advertising like an investment in the same way that you guys think about real estate. You go, okay, I'm gonna put my money in it first, and then maybe in 30 years, it will double in value. Hopefully the market doesn't crash and interest rates don't go crazy, and everybody thinks that's the smartest investment ever, and they're out of their cash, they're completely out of their control, but advertisements, a video, you can take out your cell phone. It can cost you damn near nothing. You can get it done in an hour. You can make the ad in 6 minutes, and it can pay you again and again and again. The hidden in plain sight secret, because it's always in our face. So let's dive deeper into this. On this ad, I've spent 1.6 million, 593, that's a big number. I don't even know how to say it. About 1.6 million bucks. I don't know, all the commas and stuff get confusing. On this ad and the variations of it combined today have been seen 208 million times. This is relevant because, and I'll talk about this more as we go, but there's a lot of people here, like, actually, I'm curious. Just give me a quick yes or no. Is anybody here curious in building a brand, whether it be personal or for your business? Anybody here curious on building your brand? Just give me a quick yes or no. Anybody here interested? So what is a brand? It's nothing more than how people perceive you. So, you know, the more people that receive you, you become well known, and that's what brand is. It's how known are you and who are you known and how do they view you? When you're running an ad, I'm controlling how I'm viewed because I'm the writer, I'm the director, I get to choose what people feel, think, I assign feelings. So what I also like, as you'll see later, is that, you know, if you follow me on social media, Billy Jean is marketing, I don't post ever. Look at the crane here for a second. This is a social media ads guy. I never post. I hate it. I don't want to tell you what's going on in my life. My life is great. Spoiler alert, I'm with my family. Oh, no, wrong. Oh, I'm playing Xbox. I might be playing tennis. I'm doing shit like that. I have a Boys and Girls Club. Maybe I'm with the kid. I want to do shit. I don't want to post you when I'm eating. I don't want to tell you about my ramen. I don't care. I don't care. So what I like about this is that it gives me the opportunity to create one ad, but look, I said it's been seen 208 million times in the last handful of months. Let me tell you, we're building brand. 560,000 likes, 4,116 comments, 16,535 shares, generated 2.8 million bucks so far. So, you know, a lot of people go like, man, isn't advertising expensive? Well, is it expensive if you're making money? And mind you, that's not including all of the recurring revenue we're stacking there. And we're stacking. It's not even including that. Or all the back end stuff. So I'm like, not a bad bet. Not a bad bet. And then I go, well, if it works in the United States and some other parts of the country, can we reach more people? What if we just took the same formula, a modern day commercial, if you will, and then why don't we translate in other languages? Because mi español es perfecto. No, it's not. I don't speak any other languages. So then AI comes along, gives us the ability to translate everything that we're doing. So we got courses in Spanish. We even have advertisements in Spanish.
Hey, oye, ¿a qué te dedicas?
Oye.
Odio esta pregunta porque siempre te dicen lo que hacen, pero no cómo lo hacen. Estamos en mi oficina. ¿Quieres que te lo muestre? Sí, vale, ven.
This would have took thousands of dollars and so many hours to do. Now with AI, right, using cool tools like my friends over at HeyGen, I'm like, we're global, baby. And not just to English-speaking places, but to everywhere. So, you know, on any given day, if we're spending like 10, 20K a day, I mean, we're hitting all these countries, right? So I got Turkey, I'm showing some stuff in Croatia, Ethiopia, Hong Kong, Costa Rica, Cyprus, the Bahamas. I'm getting speaking gigs out in Brazil. I'm speaking gigs in London. Mind you, while simultaneously, I'm just chilling with my homies, not uploading what I'm eating today. So again, my presentation today isn't for everybody. I'm a weirdo. I'm not into all the, like, I like my time over stuff. But if you're also a weirdo, and I think you're going to like what you learn, okay? That's what I talked about earlier. It's like, you know, also too with the strategy, it's like opportunities still come, and so I show you my Instagram there. I follow I don't even follow people, yo. This is years. I don't even log into the damn thing, because to me it's just a tool. I'm not trying to argue with somebody about who they're voting for. Some fucking stranger on there. I don't even know. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? So we put out these ads. We're loud. We let it do all the working for us. And it's not just small clients that it attracts. That's also how Procter & Gamble came. So I got to do some consulting for their offices in Singapore, the Middle East, like all kinds of stuff. Multiple presentations. How do they find me? From those ads that people sleep on, that don't supposedly work. Okay. All right. Still here standing. So you take all this, and then we come in with high level. High level is the greatest tool ever because it handles everything after the ad, right? So, you know, the ad is going to get people's attention. It's going to allow you to reach all of those people and make lots of offers every single day. But what happens after that, when they go to the sales page that we built in high level, when there's upsells and downsells that we built in high level, when we're sending follow-up emails if somebody doesn't, purchase, all done with high level. When we're sending follow-up text messages, all done with high level. Voice notes, high level. High level is hands down, again, this is from the guy who's been in this space for a long time and seen all this stuff. I'm going to go on the record and say high level is the most effective and smartest tool on the planet for a small business owner to have. I cannot imagine running a business for it. Come to Crane here for a second. Sometimes you need perspective, especially if you've been in this digital game for a while. See, my background is with traditional businesses, right? Using digital marketing on traditional business. So when I used to have a client like a gym, for example, they would have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars getting a location, then getting permits, and then they've got built out equipment and all this stuff, all to make like $100,000 a year. After risking $500,000, not becoming profitable to year 4, if you make it that long and defy the odds. It's like, this is such a bad bet. Look at the stats. 90% of businesses fail, and nobody's like batting an eye. I'm like, the formula sucks. It's too expensive. It's not lean. And to me, it's wild. I can't imagine. So when high level comes around and gives you basically every tool that you need to build your business for $97 a month, that is divine. That's divine. That you could truly have the potential to spend a few hundred bucks a month on something, build your whole business with it, and be more profitable than most businesses on the planet. So starts with the ad. High level comes with the automation, okay? Thing I want to point out that I have on the top of this slide, go to the full screen over there, is this is not the unique part about you or your business. The back end. High level makes it easy. They make it simple. It's such a sexy tool. But if you have the best, I'm going to put air quotes, funnel in the world, but ain't nobody in your funnel, does it matter? Look at my automations, my text, they send this. Does it matter if ain't nobody in your funnel? Again, advertising. That is the kicker. That is the game changer. So many great people that you follow started this way too, okay? So today, I'm gonna show you guys 7 simple ads and my winning video ad formula to get more customers in your sleep. Not having to trade time for dollars all the time, but trade for results. So let me kind of give you my perspective of what Facebook is. A little different than everybody's. I'm a big guy, and I believe in simplification. So here's a billboard. I had this in La Jolla. I live up in La Jolla in California. And so I got this billboard by one of my old houses, and I thought it was like super cool. It was to promote my podcast at the time. And I really just put it out kind of as like an experiment, and also to just troll my friends because they drove down the street. So I just wanted to talk shit to them. And so to have this billboard, it cost me $8,000 to have it up for 3 weeks. I couldn't control who saw it. I just got to pray somebody drove by it. I had no idea if it worked. People ask me all the time, oh, what was your ROI in your billboard? I don't know. How would I know that? Like, how hard that is to track? And then I also needed a designer to like print up this big thing, etc. It was just so stupid. And then I look at Facebook, Meta, which is also a billboard, is it not? You're just putting a message to anybody you want in the world. The difference is it only costs you a penny to 10 cents, maybe 15 cents to show somebody. In addition to this, I control who sees it. I control my targeting. I can only show it to people who are most likely to buy if that's what I desire. I can tell if it's working. I know if people are clicking. I know if people are buying. I'm like, this is just such a better mousetrap, right? And all I need to do is press some buttons from my cell phone. So in other words, the only thing holding me back is my knowledge. I like that. That means I can bet on me. Those are good odds. So let's get into that. Couple of, like, let me look at the camera here for a second. I designed this presentation with just like, what I've learned from teaching advertising for a long time is usually what stops people is fear and tech complication. So I want to really just dumb it down and simplify it for you today. Nothing crazy, just like little base hits. Because what happens is, you know, when you make your first sale from an ad, meaning you were traveling and all of a sudden you get a notification from your phone that says somebody bought or somebody booked an appointment, you'll never forget that moment in your life because it's like you could feel the freedom in your chest. You can feel the freedom. You'll never forget. I'll never forget mine. Okay, like your first. So let's go to the present for a second. Okay. And let's talk about first a birthday ad. All right. So type this word in the chat for me. Menu. 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 M-E-N-U. Menu. Facebook making an ad, I don't want you to think of it as a technical experience. I want you to think of it as like going through a drive-through and just picking what you want. Because that's really is. It's not so techy. And so like a low-hanging fruit that everybody here should be running, not just for yourself, but for your clients also, if that's what you do. Actually, let me ask you a question. How many of you are agency and how many of you are just business owner? Type in the chat real quick so I get an idea. Like agency versus business, I can know how to kind of skew the conversation. How many agency versus business owner? That's all, yeah, 50-50. Okay. So, for example, you run this for your client or run it for yourself, but a birthday campaign. Most people don't even know this exists. And it's just choosing something on a menu. So Rhea, we're gonna switch to her screen. If we can go to the camera back there, and Paul, if you can show you guys. So this is Rhea and Johnny and Paul. Say hello to them. They're behind the scenes helping us run this broadcast. There's Daniel back there. And so that's our squad. So we're gonna go ahead and switch to Rhea's screen. Thank you. And she's in the Facebook Ads Manager. So Rhea, you know what? I have a tanning business. And if I wanted to advertise to people who had an upcoming birthday, how do I select that from the menu?
Yeah, so right inside Facebook in this little detailed targeting section, I'm going to click the button that says Browse. Then I'm going to select Demographics, then the Life Events. And right in here, there's a Birthday button. And we've got Upcoming Birthday. So this is anyone who has their birthday within 1 week. Or their birthday month, and I could target January birthdays, February birthdays, March, April, the whole thing. So right here, just a click of a button, and I'm targeting people with an upcoming birthday.
Boom. So there's Rhea, and a couple clicks, and anybody who has an upcoming birthday, she can now advertise to. She doesn't have to be techie. She doesn't have to do any of that. And so now let's go back to the Prezi here for a second. So let's go into hypotheticals, right? If I have my tanning booth, I can go on Facebook and make this ad in like 2 minutes, and I can just say, hey, girl, it's almost your birthday. Want 50% off a custom airbrush tanning session so you can look extra fabulous on your special day? Click the Learn More button below and tell us where to send your coupon. Enjoy Sunshine Tanning Salon. And people love it because the truth is their friends, their family, they forget about their birthdays, but you remember? Just think about what this means for a bar or a restaurant. Imagine offering someone, come to Crane here for a second, hey, I see your birthday's coming up, first drinks on me. Here's a voucher for a free drink. And then on the landing page, it simply says, how many people will be joining you? Now you're using that as a lead magnet to book parties at restaurants, which restaurants love because they have higher tickets, bigger tips, etc., more foot traffic, they order more. So again, what did that really take to create? How hard was that? That was clicking a button, and it works for everything, right? So is this the kind of stuff that you guys want to see today? We have a whole bunch of tactical examples of things that you guys can do. Let me know in the chat. Is this helpful? Is this what we're looking for? Like, look, click this button, say this thing. I need to hear y'all. I need to hear, I see you, Thomas. Thomas says, F yeah. I see you, Carrie. Okay. I see you, Alex. I got you. I got you, Tasha. I see you, Matt. I see you, Clive. I see you, Maggie. I see you, Quincy. Okay, good. We're on the right track. I just want to make sure we're delivering value. I want to change your perspective. I want to give you tactics to make money. All right. So there's one. This is a simple birthday campaign. Nothing crazy. And it works for give me 1 second, you guys. 2 seconds, sorry. So let's take here for a second. These are just examples of all the different kind of, birthday things you can do. You got, what is this, right? We got here a sunglass company. Right? Oh, birthday wish for you, health, happiness, and a fantastic year ahead, and a hot pair of shades. We use it for our company to sell books. You can use it for insurance. You can use it for restaurants. You can use it for hair salons. You can use it for boxing club. You can use it for archery nights. You can use it there. Even like, come here for a second, especially like an industry like insurance. Because, one, if you guys are on the marketing side, insurance leads they pay big money for, especially ones that close. So when I think of birthday campaign, my brain is like, let's get creative here. So go back to the ads manager for a second. So you can, how should I call it? Narrow down, or you can stack targeting features. What do I mean by stacking targeting features? So do the birthday thing again. So she hits upcoming birthday. But then what she can also do is go ahead and shoot age. She can go to age. So I could just say, Ray, I just want to do 40-year-olds. Actually, go 50, okay? So now I'm just going to be advertising to people who are 50 who have an upcoming birthday, right? So then go ahead and look on the right-hand side. So if I have the ability to sell across the country, because we're in the United States right now, that's still 2.3 to 2.8 million people that I can advertise to. Now, what if somebody goes, well, Billy, I'm insurance, so I can only do California or whatever, something like, and again, I'm just showing this for example to give you guys the futures. So I go to California or something like that. Okay, perfect. So now I'm just going 50-year-olds in California who have an upcoming birthday, which gives me an estimated audience size of 249,000 to 293. And I'm just making up examples off the top to show you guys the features. But now come the crane here. If I'm a birthday campaign and I'm trying to get creative, I may say something like, sheesh, 50 years old, you're getting up there. When you were in your 20s, it used to be all about partying, When you were in your 30s, it was a fancy dinner with your friends. And now at 50, you're kind of just getting old. Matter of fact, it's not even so much about you. It's probably more about your family. And you're thinking about how you're on the other side of life, the other half of life, and how to make sure that they're protected, how to make sure that they're good. And so if anything did ever happen to you, are they protected? Well, my name's Billy Jean and I have insurance and da-da. You know what I'm saying? You just enter the conversation naturally. And so again, I'm just freestyling to give you guys an idea. You don't have to be like rocket scientists to do this advertising stuff if you're using, really cool features like this, right? And as I'll show you a couple more, depending on your industry, some of these features may be available, some of them may not be. But what's cool is I'll show you a couple other ones. There's so many different creative ways like this to get in front of the right people, and Facebook makes it so easy to order from their menu. Okay, let's go into the second one, okay? I'm gonna go back to this. This is about what to say in your ad. I'm gonna circle back, remind me, okay? Actually, I'll do it right now. Okay, here we go. So for, the people who are like, well, Billy, I'm not very good at writing. I'm not good at speaking, and I don't really know what to say to people. Well, you happen to be advertising in an age where you don't need to know, because ChatGPT can do it for you. So most people just go to ChatGPT and they say something like, write me a Facebook ad. And if that's what you do, you're gonna get something probably that's not gonna perform. And so this is what's called a master prompt. This is how we speak to ChatGPT in the agency level to make sure it spits out awesome things. So anybody want to go ahead and take a picture of this real quick. Go ahead and take a picture of this real quick. Okay. Matt says a little hard to read. So Matt, we can pass there's a couple of critical slides in this. We can make sure that you get those. We can make sure that you get those. We got you, brother. We got you. Okay, so there's our master prompt. Now let me explain what this is. It's a fill in the blank template to get cool stuff out of ChatGPT. So, for example, with this birthday campaign, I may say something like, write a Facebook ad to sell me a custom airbrush tanning session at Sunshine Tanning Salon for college girls who are about to celebrate their birthday. Right from the perspective of the business owner, write in a playful mood in the style of Tina Fey with a sassy tone in the voice of Rihanna. Use a call to action with 50% off coupon for their birthday to get people to download the coupon. Use these parameters. No more than 5 sentences in compliance with Meta's terms and policies, each sentence separated by a line. Not too shabby, huh? And then it says something like this. Hey, birthday gorgeous. Treat yourself to the ultimate birthday glow at Sunshine Tanning Salon with a custom airbrush tan that'll make you feel fabulous because you know, looking sun-kissed and stunning is the best birthday gift ever. And guess what? We're giving you 50% off because, hey, it's your birthday and you deserve to shine. Download your coupon now and let's get that glow on. Grab your birthday coupon here. Boom, you put a link. So we didn't need to be a writer. We just needed to tell ChatGPT what to say. We needed to give it instructions. So to give you an idea of how human and ridiculous it can sound, this is one of my favorite examples that ChatGPT wrote, okay? So on the left side here, it says, write a Facebook ad to sell barbecue at Rub and Buns Barbecue for football dads who are experiencing stress over choosing what to eat for dinner. Right from the perspective of the business owner, right in a hilarious mood, in the style of Dave Chappelle with a comedic tone and the voice of Larry the Cable Guy. Use a call to action with a free rib to get people to book a reservation and use these parameters. No more than 10 sentences in compliance with Meta's terms and policies, each separated by an empty line. Now wait till you see what this thing came up with. And this is not done by me, 100% ChatGPT. Hey there, barbecue lovers. Are you tired of meat so dry it makes the Sahara look like a water park? Then come on down to Rub and Buns Barbecue, where we know how to keep it juicy and saucy. Our secret barbecue sauce recipe is so good, it'll make you slap your mama, but don't do that, she's a saint. We've got all your favorite meats, brisket, ribs, pulled pork, and we'll smother them in sauce so good, you'll want to lick the plate clean. And if you do, we won't judge, we'll just bring you another plate. Now, I know what you're thinking, buns. What makes your sauce so special? Well, let me tell you, it's the love that we put into it and a little bit of crack cocaine. But mostly love, just kidding, it's all love, we swear. But seriously, folks, Rub and Buns Barbecue is the real deal. Our sauce will make you want to do the electric slide, the Macarena, and even the hokey pokey. And if you don't believe us, come on down and try it for yourself. We'll even throw in a free rib if you book a reservation for the next big game. So what are you waiting for? Let's get saucy at Rub and Buns Barbecue. Disclaimer, we do not actually put crack cocaine in our sauce. That would be illegal and delicious. and delicious. Now, I share this example because, come to Crane here for a second. People will say to me, Billy, you know what? AI thing is good, but does it really sound human? Can it really put personality into it? Well, it depends on the user, because that sounds human as hell. That sounds funny as hell. It really did bring up, like the crack cocaine, that's a Dave Chappelle famous skit. It listened to our prompt. And so, when it comes out with that, I'm like, holy cow, anybody can learn this. If you know what to tell it, it can give you what you want. All right, so I'll show you that prompt again. Is that helpful? Scale of 1 to 10, is that helpful to give you guys that prompt? Let me know in the chat. Give me a 10 if super helpful. Things like that, giving you the prompts, so I know what to give you more of. So there's a prompt. Make sure you take a picture of it. Make sure you take a picture of it. So now every time you're writing your ad, just go ahead and plop it in our prompt and I'll give you good stuff, okay? Yes, Chappelle could sell anything, Maggie, that is correct. Okay, so second aspect here. Landing page for that tanning birthday option, just a reminder that High Level does all of that. So, a lot of people ask, well, Billy, what happens after the ad? Like, do I need a web page? Do I need like a form? Do I need any of that? And the answer is simple, is like, yes, that's what High Level's for. High Level handles all that techie stuff. And so what I like most about High Level is when we create campaigns like this or funnels like this, we have the ability to just share them with you. So remember, our background is agency, and we got a lot of students. So we have just a whole bunch of snapshots where we can just share this stuff with you, right? So like the forum you see and all that stuff, so you can kind of just go in and change some names, and we got a whole bunch of them. Does anybody want us to just send you these? Anybody interested? Like, look, like, here's the page, we built it out, we just share it in your High Level account. Like, yeah, like, why not? I like to make your life easier, so here's what you do, all right? For everything that I'm showing you today, if you want the exact funnels, the workflows, meaning the pages, the text messages, the emails, all the fun stuff we're getting into, then literally just go to this website. right? Masterclass.gohighlevel.com/Billy Jean. It is long as hell, I understand. So take your time to spell it right. But that's all you're gonna do is just go to the site. And plus it comes with a 30-day free trial. So for anybody who's not using High Level, this is my thing. I'm like, look, it's a free trial. Use those 30 days to do what I'm showing you so it could pay for itself, right? Like, hopefully, it works well for you and you make money. So it's like, I don't think you can get a better offer. So that's very generous of High Level to do that. So that's masterclass.gohighlevel.com/Billy Jean. Obviously, you guys can, do it after, or you could jump in now and get it done as I continue through this lesson. Okay. So there you go. All right. Second, this is another layup ad, as we'll call them. Okay. And that's our anniversary ad. Right. And then also too, if you already have High Level and you're already a member, we'll make sure that we hook you guys up with. I got to ask the team technically how that would work, but we'll figure out some way to hook you guys up too. Okay. All right. So second one, anniversary ad. Anniversary ad. So this one to me is just like the birthday, but it's just another fun one because a lot of people don't realize it's on the menu. It's like part of the secret menu, like an In-N-Out. Ray, let's go to your screen. If I wanted to advertise that people have an upcoming anniversary, what do I do?
Yep, so same thing in the detailed targeting. We're going to hit this button that says browse. Then we'll hit demographics, life events, and then this time anniversary. So we could do someone who has an anniversary within 30 days or an anniversary within 31 to 60 days.
So now let's make this practical again. So it's like, come here for the crane for a second. It's, why does this matter? Well, everybody type in the industry of what you're in right now in the chat for me real quick. Just give me your industry or a client that you're working with or something like that. Just give me some industries real fast in the chat. You're on Zoom, right? Okay, you got affiliate marketing, you got real estate. It's like, if you're in real estate, like target men who have an upcoming anniversary. And like, be real, you've already gotten your wife the flowers. You've already done the fancy dinners. You've done all the cute things. Let's be real. What does she really want? A new house. She wants a dream home. Let's talk, right? So like, again, just kind of freestyling, having fun. Same thing, car dealership. It's like your anniversary's coming up. You've done X, Y, and Z. Let's go big, right? How about a car? Let's go ahead and bring her on a test drive. I can bring the car to you. So my brain goes crazy. And I think of like the biggest layup. So let's say you're on the agency side and you're trying to figure out, well, how do I get more clients? Like, think about a flower shop. Imagine advertising to people who have an anniversary coming in 30 days and saying something like this. Fellas, your anniversary is coming up in less than 30 days. And guess what? You forgot, but that's okay because I'm here to remind you. And so click the link below and I'll go ahead and set up delivery for your flowers on your anniversary day, and do it right now because if you scroll past this ad, you're not gonna remember, you're gonna forget. So click the button right here, let me know what the date is, and we'll go ahead and hook up some flowers and da-da-da-da. Like, and then, so when I scaled my agency, people always talk about niches, and they think it from the perspective of niching down in industries. But really, you should be thinking about niching down to the product or service that you offer. There is no such thing as $1 million idea, just $1 million execution. Some of you right now could go out and build an agency just doing anniversary ads for flower shops. Because y'all tell me in the chat, if it works for one flower shop, is it possible it could work for another? Let me know in the chat. If it works for one flower shop, is it possible it could work another? So, fun story about that. I did it for Orange Theory Fitness in LA. One of the first ones. I got him 120 leads in one day. Calls me up. What the hell did you do? This Facebook stuff is crazy. Da 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 da. Next thing you know, I do the same thing. Orange Theory Fitness, San Jose. Orange Theory Fitness, San Diego. I look up. Did it for somewhere between 300 to 500 of their locations. Now, think about this. Remember that word leverage I had you type in the beginning? Once we knew the campaign, the formula, what to say, all that, how long do you think it took me to build these campaigns? How long do you think it took to build? Once you execute. How long? Yeah, that's right. Hour, cool. Just imagine, let that sink in. I'm putting people on monthly retainers where they're automatically deducted from account, monthly transfers from them to me. Takes me an hour of work, right, to build. And then, I check on the campaigns to make sure. There's some things in between, right? I'm summarizing for the sake of just teaching this class, but pretty cool business. Hey, team, you guys going to work in Arizona for the week? Cool, go to Arizona. Hey, you guys want to go to Tahoe for the week? Cool. I like freedom. Those excite me. So when I'm showing you guys, things like this, that's how I want you to think this is bigger. And some of you, maybe you have a business and you're looking at this cool stuff and you're going, well, you know what, Billy, that may not apply to my business. Maybe it's time to change your business. If you're looking for permission, here you go. You have permission. It's amazing as entrepreneurs how we can put ourselves in our own prisons. We make up walls like we can't do this. Yeah, maybe maybe you did only do real estate, but maybe you're not going to anymore. I don't know. So Rhea, it was cool to give you guys a bunch of examples that she created, like of what to do on an anniversary. So let's go full screen on the Prezi there. Stay with me there. And like, that's what Ray had typed. Hey man, don't be that guy who forgets the anniversary this year. Ditch the same old boring dinner plans and surprise her with a date night mystery box. Ooh, that's guaranteed to spice things up. Wow, Rhea, my goodness. Everything you need for an unforgettable night packed inside. No more stressing over the perfect date. Just open the box and let the magic happen. Limited boxes available. Order now, date night mystery box. Next thing you know, people are building entire companies off of creative campaigns like this. Start with the marketing, the rest will follow. So continuing on, right? Then what happens from there? Once they click the ad on that anniversary, obviously we bring them to a high-level sales page. And then once they buy the mystery date night box, then we upsell them more boxes. And then we can downsell them things, etc. Here's the cool thing. Ray already built out these pages. Does anybody want them? Anybody down to just get these sales pages so you can use them, model them a little bit, change them to your thing? Anybody interested in seeing those? Okay, cool. Just go to that link, whatever that long-ass link is on the screen. All right, so we'll make sure we hook you guys up. Third, location targeting. Now, this is not for all industries, but a good amount it is. And location targeting can be very, very helpful. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that, especially if you consider yourself in the B2B, to me that doesn't exist. It's just humans selling to humans, but I'll play the game for a second. Ray, let's go to the ads manager for a moment. So check this out. When you're targeting, you can go ahead and you can advertise to a specific city, a state, a specific country. But what most people don't, go ahead and delete California for a sec. What most people don't realize is you can get super granular with this thing. I mean, you can actually go down to the address. So Ray, can you put in our office address here in San Diego, California, which is where I'm at today. You can see our studio. Paul switches his camera while she pulls that up real quick. Hello, this is our studio in San Diego, California. You're more than welcome to come by if you buy our shit and come to our classes, So, okay, let's go here for a second. Check this out. So Rhea went ahead and typed in our address to our office. And then to the right, you're going to see there's a mile radius of how far these ads can be seen. And she can go there and she can slim that down all the way to 1. So just think about this. And I'll go back to the example of the real estate agent. Most of the time when a real estate agent or local businesses are trying to build brand, they don't necessarily need to be worldwide famous or nationwide famous. Sometimes they just want to dominate a zip code, right? Like some real estate agents are like, I know downtown San Diego and that's my jam. So just think about this for a second, y'all. If I can come in here and just target within 1 mile, I can make myself the most famous person within a mile of my office for like $5 or $10 a day. Fame is manufactured, brand is manufactured. It's all fake. It is all bull stuff. Period. So if I know that I can get this granular, here's the pushback I usually get, and I'll tell you about the B2B strategy, is people go, well, Billy, I'm in New York. You go 1 mile in New York, you're going to be talking to the whole neighborhood, huh? Because, it's all stacked on top of each other. That was a horrible New York accent. So there's something called exclusions. So right now you're looking at target features, and we're telling Facebook where we want it to include. But sometimes we want to tell people what we would like to exclude. Ray, explain what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so right now you can see this little green mark. This is what we are including, this 1 mile radius. But if I toggle this over to add exclusions, I can now build like a custom radius. So I'm going to use this drop pin feature, and I'm going to start just dropping these pins on my map, making them 1 mile radius as well, just so I could really narrow in on this area. So there's my first pin. Then let me zoom out a little bit, put my other pin right here. And I'm getting really specific inside that 1 mile. Because like Billy said, it can be really saturated in that area. And all I'm doing is just dropping these pins and customizing my location.
Now, just think about this from like, the perspective of take like a hospital. And let's say that, come to Crane over a second. You tell me that, you want to get in front of doctors. Well, we know doctors are usually hanging out, nurses, PAs, hanging out at the hospitals. So usually a hospital, for example, takes up a mile of land, does it not? Like it's at least a mile. So I can type in the exact address of a hospital. I can do 1 mile radius. I can exclude anything outside of it. And I can be like, hey, if you're a doctor, I'm selling. Now you're just hitting these micro areas. But I mean, like, look, if for, $10, I can show 1,000 people a day. It's like you're not even spending very much money to dominate that. Let's even go back to the example of the flower shop. I mean, how powerful would it be if I'm an edible arrangement company and I'm just advertising to the hospital? I'm saying, hey, having a kind of challenging day? Well, take this 50% off coupon for an edible arrangement. We do deliver to Alvarado Hospital. Please let us know if this helps. Now all of a sudden you have an entire business, because if it works in the San Diego area, it can also work in the LA area, the New York area, the Montana area, and now I have a real business. Just selling simple solutions that most business owners don't know exist and they're not using. Scale of 1 to 10, is this helpful so far, y'all? This presentation today, 10 being really helpful, 1 being like, Billy, shut up. What are you talking about? Get off stage, Bill. You're wasting our time, Bill. Okay, I'm good. Paulson, look at all those numbers. I guess we're doing all right. Let's keep it rolling, okay? Going back, full screen prezi. So that's location-based, right? That's location-based. And so, did we talk about this aspect? So to double down on it, there's other really cool aspects to this. With the location, sometimes you can, people travel, right? We live in a travel, the world's getting smaller, everybody's going different places. So one of my favorite is called People Traveling in This Location. Can you show how to pull that up in real time? Say what? It's loading? Okay, well, you can look back on the screen, come here. So the same thing, you choose from the menu, People Traveling in This Location. Now, again, you guys tell me in the chat, what businesses could really benefit from people traveling in a certain location? People traveling, because when you go to there's one that really pops out in my head, but like, who could really benefit from people traveling? Look, yeah, Quincy, like restaurants, right? Tour guides, for sure. Like the sky's the limit. Like we can go all day, or hey, even if I'm in real estate again, I see you're in San Diego, kind of tough to leave this place, huh? So why leave? Let me show you a couple properties while you're out here. Hey, looking for the best places to eat, looking for the best, drink spots, looking to go out tonight? Try here. Message me, so now again, notice how much easier coming up what to say in the advertisements become once you understand the targeting features. Creativity becomes a lot easier. When you just look at a blank canvas and you're trying to think of an ad, that's hard. But when you start here and build upon, you get pretty good stuff, all right? So Rhea built out an example one that says, hey, looks like you're traveling in Scottsdale. Don't let a new environment throw off your fitness goals. My name's Billy, and I help entrepreneurs keep up their fitness routines no matter where they travel. Click the button and let me train you for free while you're in town. She got like a little video ad. I mean, that's smart. Personal training, I didn't even think about that. Hey, while you're out here, let's get a quick workout in. Good stuff, okay? And then where does that go to? Goes to a landing page, goes to a form. So this is a good example of what Rhea put in the funnel is, if you are looking to do some fitness, the trainer doesn't just need your name, email, and phone number. They probably have some additional questions about your body, your limitations, etc. So high level makes it really easy to build surveys, like really easy. So, you can come in here, get all this extra info, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool stuff. And again, If you're like, well, I don't even know where to begin with the survey, how do I create that? Don't worry about it. We'll just share ours with you. So again, that link that you see at the bottom, don't worry. We'll just give you the damn thing so you can just modify it and make it your own. And this is one of my favorite aspects of High Level, and why High Level is so sick is because they save us time. They care about our time. It's like, why make that from scratch when we can just give it to you? Why make that from scratch? Now, this one's fun. Number 4, ask me anything messenger ad. Ask me anything messenger ad, okay? So come here, Crane, for a sec. Google. What is it? You know, it's a search platform. People go there when they're searching for answers, because as humans, we're curious and we don't know much relative to how much there is to know. So we like Google, we like the chat GPTs. That's why it grows so fast. So this strategy I'm gonna give you right now works for all industries. So especially if you're a business owner, this is a fantastic one, okay? So it's real simple. We show them ad like this. Let's go full screen. Hey, I know this may be uncomfortable, but if you're thinking about getting a divorce, then you're probably wondering all sorts of things like custody, protecting your wealth, or how to start dating again. Click the send message button below and let's chat. So this is an example of an ask me anything messenger ad. In other words, let me see if I have my formula here. Okay, go ahead and take a picture of this real quick. And we'll give this to you too, Matt, if it's small or anything like that. Don't worry, we'll hook you all up. But take a picture if you can. Here's the formula. If you're thinking about blank desired outcome, then you're probably wondering the 3 most popular questions that they have, right? Click the send message button and let's chat, right? If you're thinking about, not having any kids anymore, then you're probably, if you're thinking about a vasectomy, then you're probably wondering, does it hurt? Click the send message. If you're thinking about getting divorced, if you're thinking about going skiing for the first time, then you're probably wondering, how much are skis? Well, how much does it cost? If you're thinking about going to the wild animal park, then you're probably wondering, how much does it cost? Are kids free? Are they If you're thinking about tour guides while you're here in San Juan Capistrano, then you're probably wondering, are there simple formula. And then you do what's called a messenger ad, right? And that's what it looks like here, is when someone sees let me zoom out a little bit. When somebody sees the ad, hover your mouse over that, Rhea, there's a button that says send message. There's a button that says, can you hover the send message on the ad? Send message. And somebody can click it and they immediately start talking with you. Now, again, I told you leverage, and I told you time is the most important thing to me. So again, not to just ride High Level, but man, these guys are good, and girls. So, it used to be a time where I would tell you, hey, just take out your cell phone and text back and forth and answer all these questions. But ain't nobody got time for that now. So Rhea, if I was just like, you know what, I don't want to answer shit. I just want to set this up one time, and I just want AI to handle all these conversations for me. And I just want to update the knowledge base so it knows all the answers, and I want it to just get people on my calendar. What would I do?
Yep, so come to my screen here. So in High Level, they have a really awesome AI feature called Conversation AI. And basically what you do is you come in here and you train your bot. And what that means is you can upload a document of all of the frequently asked questions about your business. So if I'm a divorce coach, people can ask me, what services do I offer as a divorce coach? How can a divorce coach help me? So I can have this full document of all the information about my business, and I can take this, pop the URL right into High Level, and immediately my bot is trained on all of the information that it needs. Then if I want to test it out, we could do the little trial here. And if someone were to message me from that ad, like, I'm thinking about getting a divorce, do I need a lawyer? I'll send that, and immediately the bot will just respond for me. And I can have a full conversation with it. And it'll even get me to book an appointment or something like that. So I can ask can I chat with someone on the phone? And then it will know to book me an appointment, and we can have a whole conversation about it. So you don't have to waste time responding anymore. You could just have the chatbot do it because it knows all about your business.
Bam. Just let that sink in, y'all. Think about this for a second. Come here. Leverage. So as a guy who's, worked till 4 a.m, wake up at 6 a.m, do it again, and repeat that process for years. Guy who moved back in with his parents twice. 5 years before I started making enough money to, support myself. And it took everything in my body to get to here today. When I look back on this, I'm jealous of y'all. I'm so jealous and happy. I mean, in a happy way. But you get to build this thing in a way that allows you to maintain balance with your family, with the people that you love. And so when I get hyped and I get passionate about these things, because this isn't just about sales. This is a whole new way of doing business. This is a whole new way of living for humanity. It sounds extreme. It's not. This is the biggest shift that we're going through in entrepreneurship, and some people are asleep. Imagine being asleep through this. Imagine for the next 3 years manually responding back to text while somebody else is making even more money, right? And it's huge. And even from an agency side, imagine just selling this to business owners. Probably a pretty big opportunity, huh? Let's go back to the chat or the Prezi. Okay. Okay, so conversation AI. FAQs, Ray, I kind of mentioned this briefly, but how do you train your chat? And you can just literally make a Google document or use a Word document and just put everything you want it to know in there, and you can update it in real time too. So what happens is when you have these chatbots, people will ask you things that you've never been asked before, then you just update it in the knowledge base and you'll forever be done. So you just keep it updated and there you go, which is pretty cool. Okay, and then this is also helpful. If you're well, you know what, Billy? I don't know what kind of questions that people ask. Just ask ChatGPT. Just say this exactly in ChatGPT. Create me a list of 10 common FAQs and answers for a laundromat. Create me a list of 20 common FAQs and answers for a circus. I don't know. There you go. 5, schedule now ad. Anybody selling something that's a little bit more high ticket, this is what took me from living in my parents' house to a $10,000 day the next day. And it was the simplest funnel ever, but essentially it was for agency, or what is this one you have for this example?
This is for a dentist.
Okay, we'll do it for dentists, that's now. But essentially it's just a video that talks about your service, and then it just simply asks people to go to your calendar and book a time. So one of the best ads I ever ran is a case study talking about how I was getting results from my clients. And at the end of it, I said, jump on my calendar if you want to talk to see if I can help you. I woke up, I had 20 appointments. By the time I looked up and got off my last call at 8:00 p.m., I made $10,000 that day. Still today, this is one of the best funnels, which is just teach somebody something and then ask them if they want to talk. It'd be the equivalent of this training, right? I'm up here, I'm teaching, and then I go, hey guys, if you want me to personally help you, hop on my calendar. So it's not crazy, right? It's just actually help people, actually help people and ask them if they want more help, super, super good marketing, right? And that's it. So, one thing that's kind of annoying with appointments though, is that people no-show. So you want to remind them, you want to call them, you want to text them, you want to send voice notes. Wouldn't it be amazing if High Level had it where you can just set all that up one time and it just reminded everybody? Well, of course they do. And of course, we have already built out the automation and workflow. And of course, we want to give it to you guys. If you go to that link right there, boom, pop it up on the screen. That's it. Just go to that link. We're just going to hook you guys up with it. I don't want you to work extra. I want to save you some time, 6, this is a fun one. The outshoot rejected. This is good if somebody's been advertising for a while. Maybe your business is a little bit more established. So on one of our ads one time, our ads were being seen so much, and we kept having people have questions like, hey, is their program good? Is this helpful, etc.? So we kept it really simple. And we just said, hey, if anything we've done has ever helped you before, just comment in the comments and let us know. So people could actually hear from our community. And so we ran this ad, and it was a long ad, and at the bottom we had it, but you can see there, we had over 1,000 comments from previous customers and clients that have dealt with this that just said amazing things. And so every single time somebody would come to our sales pages and they wouldn't buy our stuff, we would retarget them with this ad. And we would just show all of the credibility. So imagine like one testimonial page that's essentially following people around the internet. So that was really helpful and really cool. There's a formula for how we wrote it. We'll give that to you guys. But the last one is our sequence. Yeah, this is actually important. Couple of things here. Come here for a second. Let me kind of give a bigger context. When you're advertising, just like any other sale, most people will not buy on that first time interacting with you. Doesn't mean you can't still be profitable. Doesn't mean you can't still crush it. Just most people will say no. And so, for example, we have customers that see my stuff 8 years ago that just bought today. So how do we stay in front of them? Continuous emails. Continuous emails. We've been emailing people for, I don't know, some of y'all may have got our emails for a damn near a decade. And so what I have here that we're going to provide you guys with is we just have an email sequence, a text sequence that we put people in that opt in our stuff. And we just want to hook you guys up with those today so you can use it in your business, right? Is anybody down for that? Does anybody want that? Like a whole bunch of our email sequences to follow up with people so you can kind of just change it and make it your own? Anybody interested? Because we'll just give it to you, right? So I don't need to like spend a bunch of time on it. Just know we're going to hook you up and just give it to you guys. And hopefully it helps you, right? I hope it makes you more money. Now, this is probably the most important lesson that I will teach you today of everything. And come here to the crane for a second. So it's one thing to create an ad, but just because you create an ad does not mean it's going to make sales fall out of the sky. That is going to be dependent on how powerful your message is, how much you can move somebody to want to do the thing. So for example, what most people do in an ad is, matter of fact, let's just pull it up. Rhea, she's gonna pull up something called the Facebook Ads Library. If you're not familiar, a lot of you probably, yes or no, you guys know the Facebook Ads Library? I wanna show you something very quickly. Facebook Ads Library, give me a quick yes or no. Yes or no? Okay, cool. So Facebook Ads Library, if you're not familiar with it, is you can just type in an industry or a company, you can see every single ad that they're running on Facebook and or Instagram. That's the short of it. So it's literally called the facebook.com/ads/library. So, let's go, well, hot yoga is fine. So if Ray wants to type in hot yoga, she can now see all the ads being run and what it's doing. So this is usually what you see this first ad here. And it says, get 3 classes for $30, join a wonderful fitness community, get fit, energize, and feel fantastic now August 31st. That's a real ad that's running right now. This is typically what you see. It's straightforward. Shout out to them for advertising, never ever going to hate on anybody. But I think there's another version of this that could really drive more sales by creating more urgency, by creating a powerful message where people want to act right away. Most people just advertise telling people what they do, but they forgot to hit them here. So I want to show you guys an exercise that you can use again and again. That's a complete game changer, okay? And I'm gonna give you a couple tips for making video ads that freaking crush it. That's my strength, that's my greatest strength, okay? And so first I'm gonna show you an example of one of our best performing ads. It was just single camera shot and it was nothing crazy, but I wanna watch and I wanna talk with you about why it's so effective. Here we go. $3,200 a month is how much the average American takes home, and watch how fast we spend it. You take our rent or mortgage, that's $1,100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You take our car payments, another $400. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our health insurance, another $400. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's not including the $200 for the student loans, the $200 for the gas, the $200 for the gas and electric, the $100 for your phone, the credit card, the internet's another $200, the car insurance, the water's another $200. Then all of a sudden we look at our account and we got a $200 balance. This is how 76% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Not even enough money to cover an emergency. What if something happened to your family? You have to hire, you get a flat tire, something. You don't have enough. And this isn't including the fees of being a responsible adult. Like, saving a few $100s every single month, or child care, or home insurance, or pet care, or dental insurance. And God forbid, you actually want to have fun. And instead of just surviving, you want to live. And then all of a sudden, you want to spend some money on a Spotify account, house cleaning, toys for your kids, a tanning salon, going to get your hair did, sending them to private school, Netflix, concerts, getting your makeup done, going to the gym, therapy session, life insurance, coffee, shoes, invest a little bit into crypto, NFT, car maintenance, clothes, rideshare, vacation, Amazon Prime. It's not enough. It's not enough. You can't save your way to wealth. You have to play offense. You have to make more. So here's my recommendation. You're on social media. You clearly like it. Learn how to make a career out of it. I put together a short 9-minute video to show you how I make simple ads like this to use social media to sell stuff. I don't care if you do it full-time, part-time, or even one-time. Just do it. It's short. It's like 9 minutes. Click the button somewhere on this page and I'll send it to you right now. But please play more offense. Your family's dependent on you. See you on the other side. So this ad, one of our best performing. And it's about, when they go through the funnel, digital marketing, social media ads, and all these things that we're talking about today. But if I came out in the ad and I said, hey guys, want to learn social media advertising? Click the button here and da-da. Nobody's clicking that, y'all. Nobody comes on social media because they want to learn social media. Like, that doesn't work. But here, that heartbeat, showing the bills keep going up over and over again, crushed it. I want to talk about why, because it's all very strategic. Number one, I don't wing ads. That is prepared almost word per word, the entire thing, multiple takes before. It feels organic because I'm well practiced, just like this presentation. I'm not up here winging it. We have slides for every single thing that we're doing. We're mindful. So let me just give you this quick little formula. Props, okay? Props is big. Props is big. The money counter in the beginning, it's a unique thing that people don't see. It grabs your attention regardless. The camera starts super zoomed in on it and the bills start going through. And once you see it start counting the money, what do you have to do? Once you see it start to count the money, what do you have to do? Our brain is trained because we need to close that loop. I have to see how much money it is. I see it counting the money. I need to know how much is there. So then I come in and I explain the money. And so then some people don't watch videos with sound. They just watch it there. So I show the note cards and I pull out the stack of money and we go to the bank and I'm taking out 100. This is how much this costs. This is how much this costs. Also too, I'm not telling my story here. I'm telling their story. This is the average American story, right? I am a voice, a vessel in this particular case. So I'm showing examples. And then the angle of it, notice how the camera is tight. It's point of view. You're in there with me. You can see my eyes. You can see my emotion. You can see who I am. I am tight with you. The camera's following me around. It's a little shaky on purpose. It's human. I didn't want it to feel like it's this big scripted production. It's like, let's have a real conversation. We need to do something about this. Problem, this is not enough. What's going on in your life right now is not enough. You must make more. And then we add the music at the end, that heartbeat. Doom, 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 doom. Intense. Keeps that feeling lingering. Text is going through. Concerts, all of the regular day things, the regular day experiences everybody has, gives them a chance to relate. Next thing you know, the video crushes. What I like about showing you this example is sometimes people see me and they go, well, Billy, you're so charismatic and we do these very fancy productions that I'm not getting into today. I just want to show you something simple. That was my goal today. Just give you 7 simple things that you can practice that can make an immediate impact in your business and hopefully give you the itch to go, gosh, damn it, I need to do this advertising thing. People don't realize that, you think you have all these business problems. The truth is you just need more sales. You just need more people to know about you. It's even simpler than that. You just need to ask more people to buy. You just need to ask more people to buy. And truthfully, if you're doing this manually, that's exhausting. You just can't reach that many people. So, I have this up like 1 ad away. Most people, they're 1 ad away from business exploding. Here's the best part. Let me pop quiz today. Pop quiz. If you make an ad and it sucks, what do you do next? If you make an ad and it sucks, just make another ad, Matt. Just make another ad. Like, what an awesome opportunity. Oh man, that didn't go good. Make another ad. Make another ad, right? So, here's what I tell you guys, I'm passionate about this because this skill set, this very learnable skill set, it completely changed my life. Like every aspect, right? I had my first webinar, like the first client I told you guys about was at my parents' house from 0 to 10K. You can go full screen there. I go to my webinar, I'm $87,000 in my first webinar. Like with this stuff, like we had our first $1 million month, we moved on to $2 million months, all because of advertising. All because of advertising. Small team, just homies. Ray has been here 10 years, Paul's been here 8, Johnny's been here probably like 3-4 years now. Whole bunch of our people, we're like a small team that we just hang out together, we create memories, all this good stuff, right? I remember when we had our first 8-figure year, but before that, remember trying to get to 5 figures or 4 figures or 3 figures or 6 figures or 7 figures. And you get it, like it's all of this, all of it. I'm sharing this not to brag, but to say it's advertising. And hopefully you can see today, like, I get it. Like that is the game. Got to go on a trip of a lifetime with my friends, speak in Brazil. I got a little translator thing in my ear and shit. I didn't even know what I was saying. I'm trying to speak Portuguese. Like all these stages, I always had the dream. I want to be a kid on them stages. I want to go speak at this, spoke on every damn event that I wanted to, met all the people that I wanted to, right? I was a kid that was, watching YouTube videos, seeing this guy, Tony Robbins. I'm invited to his island with some other friends. Like, this is crazy. I was just dreaming like everybody else. Got an award from Tony Robbins. I'm up on stage like, this is freaking nuts. Like, what's happening? I'm sitting back. I'm watching Shark Tank like everybody else. Next thing you know, Damon's the homie. I'm speaking at his event in 2 weeks. Like, we become friends. Started off just as a kid in my parents' house looking at ABC like, God damn, I'm trying to get there. How did it happen? Advertising. How did I meet them? Advertising. And then AI comes along. And then high level comes along and it makes it easier than it's ever been before. I get to get sponsored by a high level and be with them. And like, it's just a dream. Me and Rob and Alex met years ago, became homies. Like, I was so lucky, so fortunate, all because of advertising. We're doing the thing, getting hired by a Fortune 50 company to consult them. Advertising, y'all. Advertising. 75 different countries get to impact all these lives. Our ads have been seen over 1.something billion times. Build a brand, go to a restaurant, get ready, and all the little perks, all that stupid shit. But I will tell you the thing I'm most proud about, freedom. This advertising thing is about freaking freedom. To hang with my family. That's my baby girl right there. I was her little talent show. She's on the other side right there. I'm not like these other entrepreneurs. I'm not trying to build a gazillion-dollar business and sit in fucking meetings all day. I want to hang out with my family, and I want to impact the world in a positive place. The thing I'm most proud of is the ability to donate. So if you're ever familiar with the Boys and Girls Club, if you ever come to San Diego, there's a club called Boys and Girls Club Genius. That's my club. And that's what I'm most proud of. Like all this other flex and shit, all that. Nah, like, I used to think the flex was making $1 million. Turns out the flex is giving it away. Here's how that happened. Here we go, the big day. Don't think I've been this nervous in a while. Biggest moment of my career, and I think I'm nervous because I'm completely out of control. All I can do is go in, give it my best shot, and see what happens.
Billy's going to come up and talk to us for a few minutes, and then we're going to excuse he and Daniel so we can have a board discussion without anyone feeling intimidated, because we want everyone's support on this. We're going to ask them to step outside for just a couple minutes and then come right back in to the vote. So, Billy, the mic is yours.
I've given a lot of talk, so I don't know why I'm so nervous right now. But I didn't want to mess up, so I actually wrote a speech. If you guys bear with me here for a second. So For those of you who I haven't met yet, I'm Billie Jean Shaw III, and I am my ancestors' wildest dreams. I'm born and raised here in San Diego. My uncle Dimitri was murdered off Market and Denby Street. His body was found with multiple gunshot wounds. My grandfather also murdered off Market and Island Street, multiple gunshot wounds, drug deal gone bad. 3 of his brothers, my great uncles, overdosed on heroin off of Imperial Avenue. Their sister passed away after a long struggle with crack cocaine. Same area. My other grandfather spent most of his time in prison for attempted murder, tried to kill his son, my uncle, with a shotgun. This happened over in Emerald Hills. These were all unique events, but there was one major commonality between them, and that is that they happen in the same environment, a few miles away from each other. And I think about this, but imagine being my mother in this situation, trying to find safety. You have violence, abuse, drugs. Where does she go? Who does she talk to? How does she escape? How do you pull yourself up from your bootstraps if you can't afford boots? How does that work? And so, unfortunately, as everybody knows in this room especially, these environments aren't unique to San Diego. This happens everywhere. And there's children everywhere that desperately need a safe place, which is why I'd like to donate $1 million into the Boys and Girls Club in Canto Branch. And due to the infrastructure and the budget right now over there, I've been a few times now, and it breaks my heart to see them in a half of a basketball gym with dividers up, especially being close to the community. And so I like to use my money to turn it into the club of the future with the latest and greatest tech. I'd like to use my mind to educate them on subjects like AI and advertising so they can not only make millions, but give millions. I'd like to use my network of entrepreneurs to share their stories so they understand there's additional paths to success other than sports and music. I'd like to use my media team to share moments like this, because when we give loud, we inspire the crowd. And I'd like to give them my time to let them know that they matter. And I'd like the naming rights to the club to remind them success comes in all different ages, backgrounds, and colors. At 36, I usually don't talk about it. Whew, good. I usually don't talk about all those things because you just kind of black out on your childhood. Skip that part. So here we are. Here I am at 36 years of age, and this would make me one of the youngest and tannest with the naming rights to the Boys and Girls Club location. And I'd like to rename it Boys and Girls Club Genius, where we not only celebrate our kids who want to become the next Marcus Allen, Terrell Davis, or LeBron James, but who also want to become the next Steve Jobs or Robert F. Smith. Thank you guys for your consideration. I really hope you approve this today because I already have a cashier's check right here. So hopefully it goes well. Thank you guys. God, I didn't want to cry.
Yeah, me choked up, bro.
I got an 8-year-old daughter now, and I just think about if she had to be in that environment. That's what got me. That's the thought that got me. I was like, that's crazy to think that she would be around that stuff. All right, tell me this camera's off. I hope that's a good thing. Thank you.
Here's a official copy for you.
Wow, appreciate
There you
it.
go.
Cool, thank you. And then, is this?
I'll take the money. Yeah.
I just want everybody to learn this skill set. That put me in a position to do so. So I guess now the work starts. Now the work starts. So, love you guys. Appreciate you. Whew. That's shit. Even it's yeah. It's crazy to even watch that back. Anyways, for so much of my career, it was like get the things right, get the Lambos, get the house and all that shit, and you just like, you learn as the journey continues that there's a big difference between success and fulfillment. This is fulfillment. This is actually, ironically, this is yesterday. You can pull that up there on full screen. And this is me at the actual club. And so I just got the rendering from the architects, which felt really cool. So this is the gym we're in now, but we're redoing the whole thing. And so it was cute when I came in yesterday. The kids like tore down the Encanto branch, and then they put up and they made this genius one for me. And then I beat their butts in Nintendo Switch and a whole bunch of other stuff. And so anyways, I share this coming here with you guys because it all, I'm not exaggerating, is a result of advertising, meeting all those people that you saw, et cetera, is, the ability to get good at something that most people are not. And I've dedicated my life, my existence to mastering this craft. And to do this is worth it and then some. And so I hope you guys found today valuable. If there's anybody here who would like to work with my team and I for 16 weeks, and you want to go deeper into this advertising thing, whether it be to start an agency, or you just want to scale your business with, funnels like this, then I'm sure the team can put a link on here and just literally just put in your name, email, and phone number, and just talk with someone on our team. And so anybody who wants to actually like really go all in, 16 weeks, go to this camera here for a second. I have like a full studio, so you can come in person if you want, or you can go virtual like most of our people are, because we're all over the world. But I'm doing one more class. You can come here. I'm doing one more class this year. And we start, I think, next week, right? We start next week, Tuesday. So if you'd like to participate in that class, then go ahead and put the domain. I don't know what we have a domain or something. BillysLastClass.com, super creative, but straightforward. So BillysLastClass.com. Just give your name, email, and phone number. Someone from my team will call you. If it makes sense, cool. No pressure either way. But if you do want to learn this stuff, it's pretty cool. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today. Thank you for the opportunity. All those resources you'll have on the link. And hopefully we'll see you in class next week. No pressure either way. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Thanks for having me. Oh, you're cutting out a little bit. Is that us? We're cutting out a little bit, Paulson. Let's go to that camera, please. Or to Paulson.
Let's see there.
Oh, I see.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay,
cool.
It was a little cracky, but I got you now.
All good, man. I just wanted to say thank you from the High Level family as well. We had an incredible time with you as usual. For those of you that are not part of the High Level
Scale of 1 to 10, was that helpful, y'all? I want to make sure we delivered. Scale of 1 to 10, was that helpful? Scale of 1 to 10 was that. I want to make sure that we came right. We make sure you guys got everything that you wanted and then some. I love it. That's dope to hear. That's good. Appreciate it. Good.
Yeah, and in case, if you're not part of the High Level family yet, you don't have a 14-day trial or a 30-day trial, jump into the link masterclass.gohighlevel.com/Billy Jean, and that will affiliate you with Billy, and he may even provide you additional resources in addition. Our team's getting ready with like snapshots and collaterals and white papers and all kinds of cool stuff that is getting ready to be just delivered over to you on a link. I think Jordan and the team put some links out there so you can access it directly. If you're an existing high-level user, you can also go to the resources later today, and you should be able to find some resources there that's going to help you with the snapshots and all of that. But Billy, thanks for doing a masterclass with us, my guy.
No problem. Thank you guys for having me. Shout out to High Level and the continued success. Other thing that I'll throw in just as a little gift, because what I've learned is usually when people, whether you're doing High Level or you're coming into our High Level program where we still use High Level primarily, most of you, even if you're a small business, there's like, you know, maybe you work with your significant other, maybe you have somebody internally that's working with you, or maybe you have an employee that you're rocking with. So if you do decide to come into Billy's last class and rock with us for our 16-week training, then what I'll do now too is anybody who applies, I'll throw in a buddy pass. So you don't have to do it alone. You can bring somebody else with you at no additional cost. So have a conversation with the team if it makes sense. Great. That whole 16 weeks is we focus on advertising, AI, and of course, High Level. High Level is the staple and cornerstone of my business. High Level is the corner and staple tone of my client's business. Every client I consult with, I talk about High Level. We're all in on High Level, and hopefully it was obvious as to the reason why today. So,
well, thank you everybody for joining. We'll send out the recordings and replays. Bye for now.